See more. Hello and welcome, everyone. This is Grand Madam and Grand Madam's Tarot. How are you this midday? Okay, I'm doing pretty good. Haven't had any new revelations anytime soon, but oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. That was an opportunity to really get into some sound healing education there that fits my price. Well, I don't see anything crazy happening in the news today that hasn't been happening for a while. Prince Harry has jetted back from Heathrow, didn't say where he was going. They said he was with his father for 1 hour and then left. I can relate to that. I can. Um, what else is going on? Oh, not much. Which brings us back to us, so we can have some time with ourselves. I have the Yin and Yang Oracle deck that I'm down here shuffling under to see what the message is for the Grand Collective this February 7th, 2024. Hey, JG, good morning to you. Oh, thank you. All right, let's see what's going on. Message for the collective. Now, you know, oracles just read the energy. They don't always give you the storyline. But with these cards, they give you keywords, which I think are quite interesting. Because words have energy. Letters have energy. And when you put certain words and letters together, you create another kind of energy. Okay? Moving right along. Let's see what these cards have to say. Huh. Here we go again. Facade and beliefs. Didn't we get that yesterday? Reflection and projections. There's a theme in here somewhere. Ooh. Decisions. And look at that weird, that's a weird, I don't know what that is. Is it what is that? Statuette? This is someone, this is the back of someone. Look, wait a minute. That's just indentations on the hoodie. Oops, sorry. See? They're looking at a horseshoe type figure. And it says decisions. I can't get oh, I see. My camera's off center because I have the chat on this side as opposed to beneath me. That's what's throwing me off. I was wondering because the camera hasn't moved. Okay. So we have fake beliefs, reflections and projections, decisions to be made regarding the feminine or about the feminine or of the feminine. Okay. Oh, here we go. Whoa. And the issue is self-love. But the tip top is self-love. This looks like it's a romantic type of readings. So basically what we have here is someone who has some false beliefs regarding women or the feminine, and now they have decisions to make that they don't really want to go on. Let's see what happens. Ace of Water. It's a love read. They're talking about the water babies, the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energies. What about them here? You know, people are That's a weird smell. They're doing something again outside. I'm in the back today, so they must be working on something else. Oh, it's not me. No, I didn't do that on camera. Gosh, I'm going to leave the window open because I have sage going out. Um, Another card. Oh, Valentine's Day is coming up, and people are kind of befuddled as to what should they do. We got the group who wants to buy certain things that are special, and we have the other group that are wondering why they don't have a Valentine in the first place. So they're watching, they're trying to learn, they're trying to get ideas, they're challenging their own beliefs. What is wrong with me that I don't have someone? Look at the wish of fulfillment. That's Aladdin's lamp. Let me get it closer. There. See that? That's Aladdin's lamp. And this is falling under the feminine this time. So you have a lot of women who wish they were someone's Valentines. They're ready to receive. Excuse me a second. It's got to be the sage. I'm smelling stale sage. I think that's what it is. Well, anyway, they moved everything away from the wires. It smells weird. It smells like something stale. The only plant I have over here is the sage. It's the sage. Let me light it up. I'll light it up there. Again. I need new sage. That's what that is. The card next to it, action, courage, Jupiter, and beginnings. So you're going to have some group of females who are going to be preparing for the holiday of Valentine's Day, uh, shopping, perfume, lingerie, lingerie. And then you have others who are going to be like, I'm smelling it again. Now the sage is over there. It's something here. No, I didn't. It's disturbing. I had my shower today. Nope. Give me a second. I'm going to clear this whole area again. By fire this time. I used fire before. I'm going to have to use fire again. Let me see if this will work. But I don't want it. No. Excuse me. Every time I say a few words, I smell something putrid. You know what that is? Bad news. That's a DEMON. And if you're going to stay, you have to learn something, but you're going to have to act right. If you're here to learn, that's one thing. You're here to start trouble, you got a problem, son. Got this electric ladder. It is so cool. Surround this reading, this channel, this plate, this desk with your flaming swords from all sides. Clear it from anything negative, anything and everything. Let it be gone. Because this is a bit much. Every time I say a sentence. Okay, now I was talking about Valentine's Day is coming up. People are getting antsy because some do have Valentines and some don't have Valentines. Some will get gifts, some will not. Those who will not are the ones who are getting antsy. Mm-hmm. Put this, I'll leave it up here for now. Um, Let me keep going. Smells mean spirits or demons, depending on the spell. If it stinks, it's a demon. Or a very negative spirit, it gotta go. But as I learned while I was in the church, even demons revisit the church. And they visit because they need that healing, because they want to learn. Like I said, if you want to heal, you want to learn, you're welcome. If not, you out of here. Okay? Now, false beliefs have created projections of falsehood, have caused poor decisions for the feminine, which have led to the feminine's need and understanding of self-love. We have all these, the ace of water, which is cups, and the spying, watching, inspection, are all of these things like watching for any piece of information that you can gather to help you figure it out when it's really nothing to figure out. Um, Basically, a sex and a life partner. Simple as that. Who's it going to be? Everything else is like bullshit. You've got your Love Island. You've got your Country Wayne skits. You've got your music of today that doesn't, there's no place for uh, uh, lifetime partnership. There's no tolerance, it looks like, for family. Yeah, that was the birds. Um, and that is a problem. When you want someone to come into your life as a person who can love you for you. First and foremost, you have to love you for you. It gets easier from that point on because your level of tolerance is going to go down. And once that is clear, well, you can see that with your first hello. You are free from a lot of foolishness. But this is just weird. Okay, well, here's the Venus offer. Someone to love. This is also sex. Wishing fulfillment, rubbing Aladdin's lamp, and the action to be taken. Wait a minute. Action to be taken. I should turn this thing on some kind of an angle. Maybe that'll help me. Let's get that way. So let's keep going. There's a lot of deception in the love market, romance market. Yes, it is. And temptation. Wow. You got to clean yourself up from that. Look at this. Release, surrender, and purge. Wow. Purge. And like I said, this is, I mean, just this is aiming at the feminine, but this is good for non-binaries and feminine males. Look at that. Can you see that stuff coming out of her? That's a purge. It's very pretty on the card, but when you are purging, my darlings, purging that sacral chakra, purging that pit of your belly stuff, when that comes out, I'm not talking about going to the bathroom. I'm talking about really purging stuff like the lies, the deceit, the hurt from all that stuff. It is charcoal black. And when it purges like something's on fire. All of a sudden, you see all this smoke coming out your body. And that stuff billows. It billows. And if you don't know what that is, that'll probably scare you to death but it's going to confuse you because you know your body is whole and there's nothing in there for you to hold all that black smoke in your so just keep walking. Nobody will notice it but you. Nobody else. Unless somebody has eyes to see, but they don't want to see that either, so they'll turn the other way. It purges out of you. And as once the purge is clear, once it's clean from all those past mistakes, those past romances that went to shit, it is replaced by that cosmic love, that self love, that positive stuff. So you've got stuff coming out, and as it once it's clear, it's replaced by something else. So you don't feel empty. You're just probably still wondering what that black stuff was, but once it's done and gone, it feels like you've gone to the bathroom. I am not kidding. And so then you're uplifted. So let's keep going. Look at the card. Party, external. Yeah, party and external. That's from making decisions on the outside for your insides. I'm going to explain that in a minute. Unexpected what? Storm. Looking on the outside is what brings the deception and temptation. Temptation's down there. Looking on the outside and not taking the time to see somebody or even check yourself on the inside. I'm a firm believer of looking to yourself. What do you need? What does your soul need to nourish it? Hmm. Because you are soul. So whatever you're doing to yourself, you are doing it to your soul. They don't teach you that in Sunday school. Okay. I'm letting that sit in for a minute. Let that set for a minute. What you do to your body, you do to your soul. What you do to your psychic, you do to your soul. What you allow. And now, a lot of people want to walk around and be guarded and vulnerable at the same time. Either you're going to be guarded or you're going to be vulnerable. Choose who you are vulnerable with. That is a choice. Can't be out here being vulnerable to cat A, B, C, D, E, F, and G just because somebody said it in a book. And now they're on television because they're on a talk show talking about vulnerability. You're vulnerable in relationships. But what happens to you once you become vulnerable to a narcissist? See, I don't smell that anymore. Whatever that was, it's gone. Mm-hmm. Let's keep it going. Okay, you have your attractions. Mr. or Ms. or non-binary hot stuff or their hot stuff. Ah! That's another thing. Your choice of partner. Are they stable? Are they serious about being a life partner? Are they committed? Or is it something like this? Until debt tear us apart, until clout tear us apart. I have a Saturn influence here. So contracts and commitments are coming into play. Okay. I'm skipping career because this seems to be a concept of that romantic partnership, marriage, and partnership thing for the feminine. Higher self activation. Hello. Yeah, it's time for higher self activation. This is for everybody. I mean, it says feminine here, but this is for everybody. It's time to activate your higher self. I don't know how you activate your higher self, but let me tell you something. It really doesn't need to be activated because it's always on. it just doesn't say anything. Did I tell you? By the time I I went to a funeral, the ex was there, and I heard he said something weird to me that I was just like, and I heard from behind me, and either the higher self is very, very tall, or they're just positioned up there. Said, I don't know what I saw in him, and I went, and nobody caught on because it was a room full of people. He didn't catch on because he thought he was saying something to put me down, to break me down. Have a nice life, and I left. I was polite. Oh, maybe sometimes you can call and talk. I left that open. And I left because I was. I knew what was happening. I was just shocked. So what you can do when you meet somebody, check in with your higher self to see if they like him. You don't want your higher self to start talking to you while you're standing in front of them like, what are you doing with him? Oh, why are you with her? You know they're not for you. That is weird. You key into your higher self. I would do whenever you do a prayer or chant or something like that. Just go within first with your breathing. Count in for 5 seconds. Hold it for 5 seconds. Release it for 5 seconds. About 3 or 4 times after you've done that, you get so relaxed that you should have no problems going within yourself, going within your own biofield, going within your energy field. This is a condensed energy field. Condensed energy field, not condensed energy field. It's all of you. Way up there about 3 feet, out here about 6 feet, down there beneath your feet about 3 feet. That is an energy field. It is all yours, and you are to use it. That might be a class I'll offer. We'll see one day. Um, Spend some time with yourself like that, and don't forget to surround yourself, like I said, with prayer or with a chant, chanting mantra prayer or just straight up prayer a couple times. Just sit and relax. Now, and I'm going to tell you this: do it on your own because I don't know. The first time I did it, I was listening to the guided meditation of someone else online, and instead of seeing or visiting my higher self, I ended up in a different realm. And the folks in that realm looked like bonehead skeletons. They looked like bonehead skeletons. They were very dirty, and they had a very dirty burlap looking robe. And there was bunches of them. And I'm like, watch your mouth. Got all up in my face. You ever thought about seeing a dentist? Yeah, I think you ought to see a dentist. What about them teeth of yours? And I'm thinking, okay, that was first thing up my mind. You need a dentist. Second thing up my mind, y'all look like a bunch of boneheads. Be nice. Told myself, be nice. I don't know what creature I'm dealing with here right now. What would Captain Kirk do? All right, first contact, whatever. Ah, in spirituality, they teach you first contact is always with what? Non-conditional love. Unconditional love. Okay, let me send these beings some love and see what they do. So I sent them some love. I charged my whole being up with love, like a light lit up like a light bulb. They turned and ran. And I still didn't see my higher self. So I'm saying that to say you can't even have guided meditation by everybody. And this person was a pro, which is why I listen to him. I just love the sound of his voice. It just sends me there. But not anymore. So I want you to do it to your own voice. And you've got your prayers, your mantras. You take it from there. You should be perfectly safe. Your higher self looks just like you, only just much more magnificent. So you know when you see him. You may also see some other faces you have as other aspects of your greater self, the aspects you play in that or the roles you play in those realms. But your higher self is you, and you at your most beautiful. You can't even imagine how beautiful you are until you've seen that image. Okay, so moving right along. I done picked this up twice. Hold on. You're gonna need your higher self for this dealing with this reunion. Some of these are soul ties. Yeah, you know it's Valentine's Day coming. Sentimentality is gonna have the ex calling, the ex coming around. And I've warned you already about reunions. They're usually very temporary, and they can be problematic with a capital P. Yeah, divine timing. Trust in divine timing. I'm still trust in divine timing. Okay? Trust in it. They got a lot of lessons for us today, don't they? And that's another thing because I'm going to say it. Because it came out the Catholic Church, we were encouraged to marry what, 16, 17, 18 years old back in those days. Um, we didn't get out of high school. We got out of what you would call middle school, okay? Just out of middle school. And we're encouraged to start a family, marry first and start a family and raise your kids, blah, blah, blah. Work if you want to help your family. Um, Things are different now. And I've lost my train of thought. What was I getting ready to say? Um, oh, it's coming back in a very shaky kind of, what are we telling? It goes back to self love again. I'm sorry, folks. I'm looking at a card. Reunion, soul times, divine time, trust, and I have lost it again. But the next card is sun, strength, and empowerment. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to. Oh, we had two cultures going on. I'm from the. I told you I assigned myself to who I am. African American club, the tribe, and then we were dealing with Roman Catholic Italian tribe. So we have two different cultures. Um, Damn, I'm getting ready to lose it again. What's going on here? One culture in the African American culture, education was priority, which means so you left the grade school, middle school, junior high, went on to high school, and you went on to college. Didn't have time. Your marriage would you wouldn't have married anybody till you were about at least 30. But when you're dealing with the Roman Catholic tradition, like I said, 16, 17, you didn't have to be 18 when you started your family, you work, blah 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 blah. And um, for that reason alone, in the African American community, problems arose. we were taught two different things. That's just two different things. Get your education, get married. One or the other, because we're talking about two different lifestyles, two different sets of priorities. And that has created confusion to this day. Um, and the folks who resolved it just picked one. There's only 24 hours in a day, and you sleep 8 of those. You have to have time to study, attend classes, take care of children, attend to the husband, and sometime in there, you attend to yourself. So that's a lot of attending for one person. And I'm saying that I don't know why. I don't know why. But somebody is out there straddling, trying to straddle a cultural fence. It's all called American. Now, different tribes have different ways of being. Different tribes have different priorities. And they all fall under the umbrella of being American. But you still have to figure out what your priority is. Are you going to carry the tradition of your tribe or your clan? Or are you going to do what they do on Love Island, of on this streaming show, or cable, or what your friends are doing? Um, that came on strong. For some of you, it sounds weird because you've already made your choice. But some younger people have not made their choice yet. They don't know what they want to do with their lives yet. They haven't experienced life yet. And that goes back to trust in divine timing, because there's a lot out there that you can involve yourself in that's very, very good or very, very bad. And I suggest whatever empowers you is what you involve yourself into, and not anything that destroys you or breaks you down. Yeah, because here we have regret. And this is something else here. People, for some reason, and we're getting back to the feminine, because you want to be empowered and strong, some people see that as repression. Only if you're the oppressor. Here we have the Ace of Earth. Now we're getting ready to talk money. The Ace of Pentacles. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. And we're opening a new chapter. Funny, it falls underneath of external values, what you're looking at, and higher self-activation and decisions. Somebody is really at the beginning of their life, their life as an adult, and they've got some decisions to make. How are you going to live your life? That's what this is about. And it says awakening. I look at the bottom. You don't have anything to remember yet, but it's awakening within you. There's some energies that are churning. Could be a young lady or young non-binary within you that are kicking you into money-making gear, material things. You want your comfort, especially if you're a Taurus. And you're going to have to practice with the self-worth, what's expected of you. Or you keep on practicing with your self-worth and don't worry about what's expected of you. Some of you have had an epiphany, breakthrough. I know what to do with this now. And you're very thankful for it. Gratitude, gratitude. Thank your ancestors, your grandmothers, your mothers. I'm back to the feminine now. This reading is probably for a young woman who's striking out for the very first time. Not striking out as in playing, striking out into life, moving out into her own life, developing her own life for the very first time. And right now, this could be leaving home to go to college away from home, leaving home and getting your first apartment, leaving home, the home you've known most of your life, all of your life, to start a home of your own. And a lot of you have a lot of reflection. You have pieces of life. You've seen pieces of life, but you have to put them together. But you don't have enough information to put it together just yet. So just chill. What you've lost, accept it as a loss, accept it as a life lesson. Some of you have lost parents and other loved ones. We are born to die. That's a life lesson. It hurts. You don't get over it. You learn how to live with it and to continue to be the best that you can be in spite of it. Others have dealt with some harmful situations here where apologies and forgiveness are necessary. Oh, that said rejection. I thought that said reflection. Same thing. You've got fragments of loss. But Grand Madam, how come this and how come that? Because that's life. You don't have to get rid of it, get rid of it. Get by it, get past it, or learn how to live with it. If it's something you have to live with it, like your life is dependent on it, like taking a pill every day, wanting to keep yourself in balance and alive, you learn how to adjust to that. If you're dealing with cruddy neighbors, you move out the neighborhood. If your car breaks down every month, it's time for a new one. If you're taking a course you just can't get a passing grade on, it's time to drop out of there. It's not for you. If you're dealing with people that you can't and you're bound by blood, but every chance they get, they tear you down, it's time for you to move away. How about changing your number? Get it? Nurture yourself. Have compassion. Be in this camera. Have compassion for yourself. I don't know what it is. Have compassion for yourself. Yeah, we got to do the healing of the inner child. The inner child is your emotional self. Yeah, memories and nostalgia. Make sure they're good ones. You want to create new memories? That's fine too. Okay. And self-care is a must. So someone has started out, left home, moved into a situation, literally, and got burned. Now they've been left behind, or they have left behind. Ho, 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 ho. Pluto transformation. Left behind. Your loved one could have passed away, or just left you for someone else. Just something left. Just something left. And now you are re-examining everything that you held dear and held true. And you're finding out that if the other person doesn't have that same attitude or that same belief system, you're going to have a problem. So it would behoove you to check your own intentions as to why you would attract someone like that who would be such a fake. Are you a fake? Have you been telling yourself all you ever wanted was a committed relationship and then ran out here with what they call the F boy and F girl? Which shows you're really not interested in commitment. Have you been running out here pretending you're an F girl, F boy, when all you ever wanted was a committed relationship? That's why you attract the people you attract. It's magnetic. It's absolutely magnetic. On this note, let's put these cards aside and pull out the. I don't know what else the Rider Waite can tell us. Let's see what they can tell us. But that's what has happened. That's what has happened. And this is for, I'm assuming this is a younger person, younger woman, younger male, younger non binary. But the cards are straight up coming up with feminine here. And you gentlemen can be in touch with your feminine side. Well, yeah, we have both. We all have our masculine and feminine. Feminine is passive, masculine is active. So don't let anybody tell you they don't understand their masculine side. They're full of it. Okay? Just tell them feminine is passive. Feminine doesn't move. Masculine moves. Simple as that. All right. That turned out, that could have been a book right there for somebody. But let's see for the rest of us. Because, what's going on with the rest of us out here? Somebody really got their eyes open wide. The awakened, got woke. Because they believed the situation was one thing, only to find out it was another, and now they have to go back and look at themselves and go, why did you do that? How could I have done that? How did I miss that? Weren't paying attention to yourself, not necessarily to other people, but to yourself. As soon as you heard the first time that person said something to you and you got a twinge in your body to let you know that wasn't right. Oh, they like that. They just playing. It may have been said in a playful manner, but they were dead serious. So you hung around a little bit longer. And the next statement you heard, like, what? Oh my God. Sent a pain through the top of your temple. You had to walk away. And here they come, because you got your water, your glass of water and your aspirin ready. And here they come like they hadn't said anything wrong to you. Talking like nothing happened. Blah, 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 blah. And you let that slide. Says who, JG? Yeah, how about that? You heard that one? Hey, Tarot's Apprentice. Yeah. Oh, but we won't forget, especially when that, oh, has anybody ever had that sharp pain through that temple? Oh, it's like your mind is saying, attention. And the next thing you know, they're either out of that door or you're calling the police trying to get out that door. Oh my God, y'all. After I was on here yesterday, I had to go stretch my legs, went outside, and I'm like, oh my God, there are about 9 police cars. 2, 3, no, there are 5 police cars outside. And one I didn't even see. It had gone down the street and parked in the alley. I'm like, what is going on? So I creeped back in the house. There were 7 police officers on this one person's porch. I'm like, oh hell. Now the last time I saw something like that, something wrong with some of these houses around here. FBI ATF was banging. They tried to kick everybody's door in. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not lying. The last time that happened, the ATF came around here 4 o'clock in the morning, tried to kick everybody's door in the whole block, both sides. My daughter was down here fixing her breakfast when they tried to come through the back door. She said, Mom, I don't know what they had. It sounded like a battering ram. She just stopped what she was doing and froze. I was peeping out the window. Yeah, what the heck is going on? Here they come down like they go in the Middle East somewhere. Well, what's going on? All of that because they were looking for somebody who did not live there. If you can imagine. So anyway, the person did not live up there. Never did. But anyway, same thing, similar happened. So when I saw those cops on that one porch, I was like, oh, hell no. Came back in, locked the door, went upstairs to people. Called my neighbor. Hey, do you see all that? What's going on? She said, girl, you missed it. They went through that door with a battering ram. I'm like, so unless you want a battering ram coming through your front door, you will start listening to yourself. I still don't know what that's about. All I know is the wife was in there by herself. Thank God the kids were in school. But whew, things like that happen every day. So, when you start getting these little um, messages, okay, better listen to them. Don't defend any of it. Just listen. Don't say anything. Go, All right. So what collective, what are we going to be talking about here? What's the message for the grand collective? Yeah, paying attention is free. We love to ignore so we can pay the hard way. Yeah, we have magna seal doors. And somebody comes through this door. These doors we have around here. It's a small army. Okay? It's a small army. That's when it's too late then. You're not learning anything. So, okay. Come on, we have facade, beliefs, projection. Somebody pretended they were something they were not. Somebody thought they had a holy man or a church girl. To find out that's not what that was. That's because you believed in them more than you believed in yourself. Okay? I'm still looking at these yin yang oracles as I shuffle these cards for the rest of us, for us. Are these cards shuffled enough, tarot team? Okay. Tarot team says yes. Pick it up from the middle. Oh, whoa. After the battering ram through the front door. 5 of Pentacles. Abandonment. Loss of income. Broke. I mean, no shoes. Feet, no shoes. Nobody's got shoes. The crippled man's got one sock and look like that artificial thing that you put on a broken foot. And the older lady has no shoes whatsoever. And her feet are in the snow. We're picking up this bankrupt lovers. Okay, who's trying to create a future with a bankrupt lover? Bankrupt. Emotionally and financially. This is the 3 of Pentacles. Somebody has planted seeds for the future, but those seeds came back and they weren't, let's say the packages were spoiled. Now you're under stress, super stress. So these cards, here's a little hope. Hope for success. You can't hope for success. You either build for success or you don't have success. Listen, who's talking? Yes. Yes. Success is a plan and a strategy, not wishful thinking. And here we have, that sounds like something he would say. King of Swords. Sees everything in black and white. This can be a military man. It can be, you can also have that. You have that Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini energy. A thinker. military, law enforcement, somebody like that, lawyer. Put him up here. Okay. And someone's been very generous, maybe too generous. Here's a collaboration going on. Also, for working folks, this is a presentation that you probably have to give on the job. And some people have to give presentations to other people's families too. It didn't work too well. Three of Swords, it did not work at all. So somebody has given, haven't we all done this? Give your all in all for nothing. That's a lesson. Very disappointed, Four of Cups. Now we've got questions. Of course, we've got questions. Knight of Swords. What went wrong? This is the type of situation, and I know women find themselves into this, and probably my effeminate males. You meet somebody, you really like them, and you want to prove that you're the perfect person for them. And your way of doing this is washing, ironing, cooking, cleaning their place every day at the neglect of your own, because you're over there every day. And you think you're in a relationship only to find out that they've dumped you before Christmas. And you don't know why. That's what this looks like. So you have questions. And the why is you didn't know this person long enough to understand or to even talk to anybody who knew him that, oh, he does that all the time. You did not know you were on a 1-year retainer and your year was up. See, that's what the moon was hiding. Now you've gotten confused and your whole life is turned upside down. Yeah, first thing you have to do is go back home and clean your own stuff up. And purging all that was in you, out of you for that other person. If you have anything that belongs to that other person, trash it, throw it out, put it out the trash. Purge. Purge. When you meet somebody, you don't have to prove anything. If they like you, they like you. If they don't, they still might hang around you to get whatever resources that you have to offer. And some of these resources might just be the people you know. They want to know the people you know, so they're going to hang around you. Love is a challenge in situations like that because it's not really there. This is the Ace of Cups is falling into the mental challenge. That's why so many people are in the quandary that they're in, and they have these problematic relationships, and I've heard some of the silliest things from listening to these folks on YouTube about relationships. Personally, I can't be bothered. I mean, I choose to be single. I mean, it's dead serious. Because I am not going to put in that kind of energy with anybody outside of my family and do this work at the same time. Everybody is grown around me now, so I have plenty of time to do my tarot stuff, study the tarot, do my sound healing stuff, and there's so much more that I have to study about. Then I'm going to get into the research. My life for me has already been set up, and this is what I want to do towards the end of my life. I do not have time to look for a friend. Why are you looking for a friend? Either they're coming your way or they're not. And soulmates have a way of gravitating towards you, either to enhance you or break you completely down. And so you just don't go out looking for trouble. I mean, it's just, well, anyway, that's enough for that. That's another rant. Yeah, that's me. I have withdrawn from that. I haven't withdrawn from life. I've withdrawn from that lifestyle. But I did it. I'm not saying I'm not. I didn't. Wasn't hanging out there looking for love, looking for relationships. Then I realized if I love myself, if I go into myself through soul travel, meditation, chanting, which is not what I had intended to do. It just happened that way. I got interested in something else, and I ended up with a self love, and you wouldn't believe. You just wouldn't believe. But now somebody has emotionally withdrawn because they're afraid to deal with the dating scene by their choice. And let me tell you something. Whenever you choose anything, you choose from a position of strength and power and security. You don't choose anything out of fear or lack. You don't choose out of fear or lack, because when you choose out of fear or lack, you're just being desperate. Okay? So, for whom this is, I hope it was clear. I hope my message was clear and the message of these cards was clear. Messages. Because it's still, I'm wondering, why is this going around this romantic thing? Because if you notice, I do not do romantic readings like that. No. And it's Valentine's Day coming. That's what it is. Okay. Hey, Holly. Holly got it. JG, what about you? And where's Tarot's apprentice? You still there, Johnny? Okay. And where's my Zhao? Where's Zhao today? Tell him I missed him. Um, what am I going to say on that? I'll go back over these. Through fake beliefs, there were projections and they were false. Excuse me. And they were reflected. Can you see that? Reflected back to us. And when decisions had to be made, and either these decisions had to be made about a female, or I say everybody. It doesn't have to be by a female, because this is a very female intense reading here, but it is for everybody who's ever had a heart. And the answer is self love. The answer is self love. There you are. I just asked about you, Zhao. I just asked, my darling. I'm wrapping it up. I'm doing great. I'm just going over what we had. Um, we had a situation. I'm quite sure you could have appreciated this. False belief. I'm gonna run it. If folks, if you don't mind, one more time, I'm gonna do this for Zhao. Yeah, how about that? I'm gonna do this for Zhao. False beliefs led to certain projections and decisions made. Now, in this case, it's about a feminine. And the answer to that, all of that, all the problems that came from that was self-love. Create self-love, check your intentions. I'm having problems with this camera because it's the panel is knocking me off here. I'm off center. Self-love. That's what the whole thing has all been all about. Some people feel that they have been abandoned by love, left behind by love. And basically what that is they have not been loving themselves. And you love yourself by restoring your soul. Start nourishing your soul. You do that with your prayers, your mantras, your meditation, things like that. Get back to be connected to the divine so that you can purge all that doubt and all that abandonment and all that codependence right out of your body, and let the divine pull in all that love and energy. And it feels like that. For me, it's a hot flash, like whoosh, that doesn't go away. For you, I don't know how you would experience. It might come in as a cool energy. It might come in just as something that's gotten a hold of you and you just can't move, but it feels so good you don't want to move in the first place. Oh, what was that? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And there's nothing like being sitting here going through whatever you're going through, and all of a sudden you feel these arms just wrap around you, and you have never felt that kind of love in your life. But at that particular point, all you can do is say thank you. You can't move. You're wrapped in love. If you've ever felt that energy, you know what I'm talking about. It's real. Just wrapped. And I'm like, who is this? I don't care. It's love. Somebody sending me somebody got me wrapped in love. When you have that wrapped in love feeling, you go on your day. Can't nobody tell you anything because you are love. You are wrapped in love. And you deal with the fools on the street, you deal with the idiots at the job, even that idiot supervisor that is going to dump another load of work on you because they see you so happy. Mm-hmm. Let them thank you. Get the work done, go on, because you are loved. And when that happens, ooh, you can't be touched. All the little crazy games people play, just let them play it. You see it immediately, and you wonder, should I say something to them or not? If you say something to them, they're going to be angry. And you go, okay, just go mind your business. Go on. And they don't understand that. But that's it. I've been here for an hour and 1 minute, folks. I am good. I am wrapped up in love again. And I will see you tomorrow. Folks, I'm putting up some sound, sound bath, sounding kind of sound videos with the different things I have here, different musical instruments. I just found a school where it's a sound therapy college. And I've got to get into that some kind of way, but it's way across the country. So I'm going to be putting some of my attention to that too. And you will be my guinea pigs. You must tell me how you like that sounds. And if you don't like the sounds, leave in the comments why, so that I can tighten up my sound healing skills. Okay? I would appreciate that. All righty. I thank you for joining me today and listening to me, especially going through my rants. Oh, I will definitely. I found the way. Now I've got to maximize it because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with it once I found it, Holly. Don't worry about that, Holly. And thank you for coming in. Because I can go around with my little tuning forks and just, bing, bang, bang, boom, all day. But then I find out that I can do more than relax people. Some of these now it's not approved by the Medical Association yet. However, the American Medical Association, some of these tuning forks can take away joint pain, headaches. I especially use 174 for joint pain. Mine and everybody else's who comes to the. Hey, come on, take that. Where's that tuning fork of yours? Get in my shoulder, please. Okay, don't let me leave here without that tuning fork. Okay, I'll do it for you. And now, my nana would say it's a yeah, but the state wouldn't. But now, I want to really, now that I see that it really works and I understand how it works. Basically, this is how I keep telling you that this is condensed energy. We're condensed energy. We are energy. It's like this is condensed energy. So are we. That's why we have that human biofield. It used to be called an aura, but now your physicists have discovered the aura. And nowadays a human biofield that consists of frequency, vibration, energy. Okay. And so now some doors are opening where this would be considered, sound therapy would be considered complementary medicine. I'm like, here I am. But I want to be trained in that because I can take one of these tuning forks. And if somebody has a pacemaker, theirs just broke because I did that. So I need to know what I'm doing and who I'm doing it to make sure that no one is hurt. That's my concern. I need to know the philosophy behind it and to make sure, because people who want to come to you, now some people are saying just don't do people with metal in their body. I've got metal in my body. It helps. But others will have metal in their body. It makes it worse. And pregnant women, pregnant people, pregnant women. Um, the dad bods would be all right. But I don't want to put, I'll put it to you like this. My nephew brought his baby over. He had his boys, and he was holding one, and he said, "Let me see that, Auntie." And so and he said, "I said, oh boy, not around the baby, not around the baby, just in case." You know what I mean? Not around the baby. And so I extend that to all I know, all who will come to me. Not around the baby, not around the mommy. I need to know certain things about you. And it's really, you're taking intake as if you were a counselor. You know, when you go to the hospital triage, I'm damn near triaging you before I can even come near you with this tuning fork. And that's the way I prefer it. All right, to be safe on both sides. So that's what I'm aiming into also with and with the tarot. Oh my God, tarot is getting ready to become. Oh, I have most of my books here. Tarot is beginning to become a part of psychotherapy, and I'm quite sure someone should be using it for coaching. So these are two intense methodologies that I've really got to sink myself into, immerse myself into. And so I'll be here. It looks like I'll be here every day, but it'll be a great addition. It's 24 hours in a day, and I'm not even going to tell you my age, but like I thought by this time of life, things would be easier. It's getting more intense. So for what time I have left, I'm going to do this and get some dancing in too. I got to learn these Afro beats. My legs don't bounce. They don't wiggle like they used to. So that means I got to practice. Okay. And on that, JG said, indeed. Yeah. JG keeps, how you know how old I am, JG? You've been following me, huh? JG, you what, older than me by 2 minutes? Because I'm Methuselah's baby sister. Let me stop that. Okay, my loves. Tomorrow. Do you like this time? This 11:30 time? Yep. Okay. You like? Okay. So we can go from 11:30 till 12:30, around that time, and we can just hang. Okay. I'll pick up some things, some cards, bowls, whatever, and we can do some things. Okay. Highlight that for lunch. All right. I will see you tomorrow. Much love.